Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am boiling over with just excitement and anticipation for March. And I can't, obviously, don't know what the deal is because I'm with y'all here on this planet having the same or very similar experience, feeling, watching this process within my own body and appreciating so much this opportunity. And you know what? Those words do not hold all of the buoyancy, the absolute flow that's coming through right now. So, before I get all into my own vibe and experience, and how I'm feeling right now. I am super grateful for you guys showing up on the planet. Forget about showing up for the reading. Let's do this. Very exciting, very, very exciting time. So here we have on our initial process with the month, we are absolutely being shown uh, more of the circus of powers that be, the circles of influence that now falling from grace. I'm trying to be very delicate about all of this. It is a huge part of the process. To create something new, we've got to break this all down. And how on time all of this is, if you've followed any of the astrology. It's not necessary to follow the astrology, it's just what's always necessary 100% of the time as a human being is to check in with your heart. Where is your discernment process, right? How do you know what's true, what's not true, what's fantastic, um, elaborations, anytime there's an emotional response to something that you're listening to that somebody's giving you, you gotta do a little internal, hey, I'm having more of a response to this than merits the words because this is not coming to me for me. It's just, information about the world. Why am I having this response? If you're feeling anxiety of any sort, let's assume that it was put out there for that purpose to create fear within your body so that you can start to move away from the singular process of your unity within you between your human soul, purpose, integration, incarnation, and your higher self. And all of that comes together within your heart space. So I've been doing a lot of readings and you say that and you're just like, well, what the heck does that even mean? Like, let's be practical with that. Checking in with your feeling body. Unusual process. I understand. Most people have spent their lives processing things through mental activity. This is all about learning a new process, learning how the body has wisdom. And that's before we realize how to really perceive what the heart space is even saying to us, feeling where our body is speaking. Where is there pain? Where is there tension? That's usually the first thing that we become aware of in our body, right? We're like, oh, something hurts, right? Um, or when you're nervous, you got that butterfly sensation. These are all signs. These are all your body talking to you. As we refine this process by asking, checking in with the body as things go in the day, not discrediting the feelings, not discrediting the tension in the head, the headache, not don't go into it. right? Take a moment to breathe into it. Maybe you have to remove yourself from the environment. You have to go outside. You have to go find a tree. You have to, um, maybe if that's no access, go onto your phone and look at, the ocean waves on some sort of YouTube video where you're just breathe in, breathe out. And in that, just taking that moment to acknowledge that there's some sort of tension happening in the body, there's some sort of body talk, you start to develop a knowing about what's next, what happens when you do that, and what your response is, and then what is the wisdom that comes from those moments. More often than not, what I hear is none of this is really important. Let it go. So, um, yes, my habitual space, my mental space takes up so much of my energy in every situation where I have this mental gymnastics going on. Um, and I'm looking at it this way and that way and round and round, that it causes a certain level of anxiety in my body and or excitement. Sometimes I get excited about things, but either way, it's too much. It's too much. And how to bring everything back into the body. Haven't even gotten to the reading yet. This just stuff is just coming at me here. Um, the initial part of the month, maybe we'll go like every 10 days kind of thing. Like we'll break it into thirds because I pulled three cards. Is about realigning yourself, your position with the interactions in your communities. Where have you chosen to put energy into? Your presence is energy. Figuring out what things are really in alignment. Where are you staying? Where are you staying? Not that you're moving anywhere. Where is it that you're planting those seeds and you want to grow? Where are those places that you feel you're making those connections with other humans who are like-minded? This is the beginning of how humanity grows into the fullness, right? So where is it that you feel that connection between your love of Gaia, your absolute appreciation for nature, and the way you maybe purchase your products? Are they in alignment? How much more consciousness can you put into, yes, the food that you eat, the places you go? Maybe you ride your bike a couple more times instead of driving your car. Can you incorporate um, more care in your movement on the planet? And a lot of that has to do with slowing down. A lot. Slow down a lot. We've been given so many tasks. And honestly, we have the most convenience of any generation on planet Earth because things are so automated and simple. But we rush. We're always in this movement of go, 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 go. Taking that time to really find out where it is that you feel in your body, your truth, your people. And it's not even that we're going to say no and we're going to move away, and it's not anything drastic like that. It's just kind of an identity kind of thing, or identifying where you're feeling most comfortable, where you're feeling most supported, designing more of that. saying, I really like it in these places. I want to do more of that. And then taking steps to figuring out how to incorporate that into some sort of ritualistic exposure, right? Maybe it's something extremely new to you and you're not sure about where it is even, but you like the idea of, let's say, a communal table or farm to table dining. And you're saying, well, where is it even? Because it's not right around your corner. Um, where is it that people are taking care of maybe doing a garbage pickup, doing those, finding out on those meetup groups somewhere? How are you taking the time to nurture Gaia and bring unity to our voice as humanity? We are way more united than any social platform would like us to believe. Finding places where maybe you can express yourself in that group to bless the planet. Just with your heart, it's not like you need any special training for that. You are Gaian. And when you bring love and appreciation to any space that you're in, it elevates the energy. So where's your appreciation going? Maybe you're appreciating a really fine car. In essence, that is still Gaian because it all came from her. All of the bits and pieces, and how gorgeous it is that she has given us this platform to be so creative with all of the elements and particles that creates her body. We have been very creative in making life dynamic for ourselves. So it all comes back to her. So no matter what you're appreciating, it is all Gaian. And as we're moving through into all of this we're building this beautiful process within ourselves, finding unity with our choices. And then, if it doesn't come like right away and we're, oh, this is perfect, 1, 2, 3, we feel like we drop it. We just, oh, that must have not worked. There's a lot of patience to this. There's no rush in our process. All right, think about the tectonic plates. Those things still moving, okay? And there's no rush there. That is eons of movement. You're moving tectonic plates within your physical and spiritual being. So middle of the month where you have to be very, very conscious of what are the easy places we find ourselves with this new development of focus. Patience with, watching how we are giving that appreciation, the words maybe that we're sharing with others and uplifting each other. It's very important, not only those words, but our self-talk, right? And being very, very easy with ourselves and patient. The easier and more compassionate we are with ourselves, the more we can find space for other people who are also having the same day. Oh my gosh. We are all in this together and triggering each other all the time. And how can we give space for ourselves to do our own work and then give space to the others to do their work and then come back and find a new environment to work with? Between people, there's a world of energy, and so many different aspects of the exchange we are extremely unaware of as of yet within our present brain formation, energetic formation, right? We are learning repeatedly over and over again how deep it is, how intense is our exchange with another person, and that none of it is by mistake. And so when you find yourself in a relationship, in an exchange with somebody who is triggering you, how can you find that that's beautiful and so perfect? There is a poetry to it all. There's a fluidity, and there's the depth of your experience stems from patience with it all, because as we are building this, it's a gorgeous tapestry or mosaic, and there's so many teeny tiny pieces that are coming together, and in this formation of a unity of a human voice, a singular human voice with all of our individual voices within it, all in the focus of love. The hardest place that humans find for love is not, I love nature, tree, Gaia, animals. It's with each other. We have an enormous amount of judgment towards each other when there's disagreement or incongruent ways, right? How can we give space and patience for each other to say you are perfectly right in your way? There's no right and wrong, but there is nothing I have permission to tell you to be a different person, right? What I need when I'm in process with another person is more patience with my own response. And I'm digging into my experience and saying, well, why are you feeling that way? Right? So much patience, because each little shard of that, each little piece of that, you build a version of yourself in the world that is so much more complete and whole and caring and loving. The end of the month culminates in a kind of explosion of bringing all of this into a joyous expression within the body, right? So we're starting off with just listening, and now we're cultivating it in interactions with other people and finding more patience with our triggers and all of that, right? And then it becomes this tool, an element of how we can be in the world, and it releases, the triggers release, right? And there's more space for interaction because there's less triggers. Or, not less triggers. It's more like the triggers come up and you're so well practiced in identifying it in your body and recognizing the emotional response that you don't go into those dark places anymore, and you kind of have a sense of humor about it, and you just go, oh, I recognize this old friend, old buddy, old trigger, and it's perfectly okay. And I know that I need to go to the beach when this happens. I know I need to go do some breath work, dance a little bit, go hug a tree. Gaia is here 100% of the time for our release, because she too is releasing. And the more grace that we find within ourselves supports her process, because as we're giving this to her, she is being informed of our process. She feels the release from your release. There is no separation whatsoever. in all of this process. Not between you and Gaia, not between you and another person, not between you and any part of nature. Slowing down enough to have that effervescence, because there's so much vitality in those unions. There's so much identifying more life within that. It's going to be a very, very exciting month. Very, very exciting month. Discern, what are you hearing? Body wisdom, all the time, 100% of the time. What is your body saying to you about this process? And that's all it is. It's a process. Where are you holding things? How can you move through stuff? But this is all your individual work. Nobody else can do this with you. Just your attention to it is going to clear it. And in the end is so much more understanding of your life and your joy and your commitment to others, and being able to share with this effervescent quality that you're building. Gosh, I hope it's coming through in the reading, the excitement of what we're creating. As long as you're in process with you at all times, checking in, backing up, checking in, you're going to get there. You're already there, and it's the process that you came for. It's the process of knowing and feeling all of this that you're understanding in your body. I am so very grateful that you've come and you've listened all the way to the end. Please subscribe to the channel. It helps me create the collective voice that reflects the membership. I can feel all of this, and I'm excited to share this process with the rest of humanity. I'm very, very grateful